Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Heartland Championship Wrestling. Thank you for joining us here on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. My name is Dave Little, and we're coming to you live from the Dave Cave with three exciting matches from Heartland Championship Wrestling. It is a Saturday night in Chicago. This is a house show, and we are going to kick things off. We've already had 5 matches in the house show, and we're bringing you our triple main event for the evening. Already tonight we have seen the Minnesota Wrecking Crew, the Minnesota Home Wrecking Crew, the awesome ladies tag team of Lacey and Rain, come out with a victory over Team Blondage, Amber O'Neal and Chrissy Vane. That was one sassy match indeed. They went back and forth until the Minnesota Home Wrecking Crew, thanks to some double teaming, came out with the victory. Also, we saw Josh the Goods Woods win a very intense battle over Chuck Taylor. The ladies were on next, and it was Athena coming up with a pinfall victory over Daisy Hayes using the O-face, that top rope cutter that she loves to use. Tag team grudge match action from the Ring of Honor was next, as the American Wolves defeated their bitter rivals, the Bouncers, Brian Milonis and the Beer City Bruisers. Still no love lost between those two teams, but tonight it was the Wolves coming away with the victory when Eddie Edwards used the Die Hard to score the pin against the Beer City Bruisers. And in our most recent match, it was a wild count-out victory for Michael P.S. Hayes over Dusty Rhodes. Hayes on the outside of the ring, employing a foreign object unbeknownst to the referee to put Rhodes down for the count at ringside and pick up the count-out victory. Now we're going to get started with tonight's matches here on the YouTube stream, and welcome to Bubba Husky. Thank you for joining me this afternoon, and thank you to all of you who are catching this on the replay. First up tonight, we have a couple of Ring of Honor contenders working their way up towards a potential title match against Bryan Danielson, the current champion, as it will be Adam Cole taking on Mike Bennett, accompanied by the lovely Maria Kanellis. Following that, we'll have NWA tag team action with the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, taking on their hated rivals, the Midnight Express, Bobby Eaton and Stan Lane, along with James E. Cornette. That match will be followed by a special interview segment featuring Mean Gene Okerlund and a memorial card that was published in the honor of Mean Gene with his recent passing. And then to top things off, it will be our main event, NWA World Heavyweight Championship match, when the Macho Man Randy Savage takes on Verne Gagne, the man who won the recent AWA Contenders Tournament, to earn his shot at the NWA Gold. So we've got Adam Cole and we have got Mike Bennett in the ring ready for action. Let's get ready to rumble. And here we go. The opening initiative roll will go to Adam Cole, represented by the white die. Cole opens up with an attempt at a flying clothesline, but Bennett has the power advantage, and he avoids that maneuver, and it is Bennett coming back with a box office smash. How about that? A level 3 move on the opening exchange, and Adam Cole is hurt. Bennett follows up. He's going to go for a hammerlock clothesline. That is going to require a choice chart roll, and he needs an 8 or better to connect on this. He hits it for a level 3 move, and Adam Cole is down. Bennett in control early, overpowering Adam Cole, much to the delight of Maria Kanellis at ringside. Bennett now, on this day, he hits it, and that is a hurt 2. And Bennett whips Adam Cole into the turnbuckle. Cole bounces off the turnbuckle, and Cole is smashed by a big kick from Bennett, and Bennett remains in control as Cole is hurt. He's going to go to another whip to the turnbuckle, and this time Adam Cole is going to reverse that whip to the turnbuckle, and Bennett bounces off the turnbuckle, and he hits Cole with a charging lariat, and down goes Cole once again, and Cole is hurt. Bennett following up, hits the box office smash once again for a hurt 2. The photo finish for Bennett. Another hurt 2. Cole showing great resiliency, taking this pounding in the early going. Bennett drops the elbow. Cole remains hurt. Bennett hits the photo finish smash once again. And Adam Cole is going to leave the ring. Out of the ring we go. And on a roll of 4, this is going to be Cole taking advantage, grabbing Mike Bennett by the leg, dragging him out of the ring, and smashing him into the turnbuckle post. That will be a level 3 offense for Adam Cole, and he goes to the figure 4 leg lock. The figure 4 leg lock, and Bennett is down. They're back in the ring now, and both men have taken some damage, but no fatigue tokens have been assigned as yet. Cole now in control is going to take things back out of the ring. Bennett is no slouch at ringside. He can mix it up with the best of them. And on a roll of 6, the opponent comes out of the ring to continue the fight, but Bennett grabs Cole and smashes him onto the announcer's table head first. This may be a disqualification for Mike Bennett. And on a roll of 4, we do the double disqualification roll. And on a roll of 5, Michael Bennett is disqualified. So Bennett loses by DQ after slamming Adam Cole face first into the announcer's table at ringside, and that didn't end well for Bennett from his perspective. I have a disqualification table for situations like this. Let me pull that up. This is a homebrew disqualification table that I made for situations just like this. And on a roll of 7, there is going to be a tense standoff. And Maria and Michael Bennett are going to have some words as Cole celebrates and the referee escorts Cole out of the ring. 7 is the managerial turmoil roll. And Michael Bennett and Maria have some words, but they are too tightly connected to split them up, especially considering a situation where Maria is actually represented on Mike Bennett's card. If this were a situation where a manager had a makeshift relationship with a wrestler, then that might lead to a storyline of tension between the wrestler and the manager. But in this case, Mike and Maria will stay together happily married, despite a few tense moments after that disqualification loss for Bennett to Adam Cole. And that is going to bring us to our next contest. Tag team action, brought to you by the NWA, as we will see a rivalry for the ages, pitting the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, against beautiful Bobby Eaton and Sweet Stan Lane, the Midnight Express. We had some comments from Bubba Husky. Adam Cole did struggle in that match, but the referee bailed him out in the end after that slam to the announcer's table. We're going to get all the fatigue markers set up here. Didn't use any fatigue tokens that first match because it ended before any pin attempts were able to take place after a wild brawl between Cole and Bennett, and these two may not have seen the last of each other. Okay, now to start things off, it will be Ricky Morton in the ring for the Rock and Rolls against Sweet Stan Lane. These two very familiar rivals squaring off this afternoon in Chicago as they try to climb the ladder of contention for potentially a tag team NWA World Heavyweight Championship match against the current champions, the Steiner brothers. This is not a number one contenders match, but if I recall correctly, the winner of this match will be in line for a number one contenders match. And let me just double check that quickly. From my standings page. Keep a little Excel spreadsheet in the background here. In the NWA Tag Team Division, Actually, today's winner will have a number one contenders match against the winner of an upcoming match between the Armstrongs, Bob and Brad Armstrong, and the Miracle Violence Connection team of Steve Williams and Dr. Death Terry Gordy. So consider this to be kind of a semifinal match for Tag Team Championship qualification. So this is a big match. The winners will have the opportunity to get a number one contenders match and a possible shot at the NWA World Tag Team Champions. And getting things started, it is Ricky Morton in control early. Morton goes to the arm drag and twist. And Lane immediately scoots over and makes the tag to Beautiful Bobby. Eaton now into the ring. Eaton goes through the standing chokehold. Chokehold on Ricky Morton. And Morton is hurt. Eaton whips Morton into the ropes. And Morton comes off the ropes and Eaton takes him down with a shoulder tackle. Eaton in control. Morton is hurt. Eaton hits with the stinging right hand, that patented Alabama right hand from Bobby Eaton. But Ricky Morton doesn't like that. He gets a level 2 reversal, and Morton comes back with the atomic drop. Morton's going to need a choice roll to complete that. He'll need 9 or better. He gets it, and Bobby Eaton is down. Morton quickly goes for the cover, and Eaton kicks out of that one. Surprise cover by Ricky Morton, as Bobby Eaton is in trouble early after that atomic drop. Morton in control as Eaton slowly gets to his feet. And here comes Robert Gibson into the ring, and they are immediately going to the double drop kick. That is a +3 finisher. That would be a pinfall of 2-7, and the Midnights are not about to let that happen. So Jim Cornette is immediately going to make his presence known and get involved. And on the Cornette chart, Cornette grabs the opponent so his wrestler can clobber him. But the opponent moves at the last second. Cornette and his wrestler collide. The opponent rolls on level 3 offense. So Cornette hits the ring. But in trying to save Bobby Eaton, a collision took place. Cornette's knocked out of the ring. Eaton is still down, and Ricky Morton is still in control. Actually, that was a tag move, so it is Robert Gibson now who is in control. So Cornette prevents his man from getting pinned, but he didn't do the Midnights any favors in the grand scheme of things, as Gibson is now in control. And Gibson is going to go for the flying head scissors. He needs a roll of 9 to complete that, and he hits it. And Bobby Eaton is hurt, but he's going to try and get over and tag Sweet Stan. And on a roll of 7, the tag is not completed. The defensive tag requires a roll of 2 to 6 or lower. So Eaton unable to make the tag. He's still down. Gibson is still in control. Gibson now goes to the back elbow smash. Eaton is hurt. Gibson with a rapid-fire series of knee drops. And Bobby Eaton finally hits the level 2 reversal. And Eaton takes control. He whips Gibson into the ropes. And Gibson on a roll of 12. That is bad news for Robert Gibson, as Eaton hits Gibson coming off the ropes with a slingshot backbreaker. And Robert Gibson is down. Eaton is in control. Eaton goes to the top rope elbow, and Gibson is hurt by that. Eaton is fatigued. He's going to get out of the ring. And Sweet Stan Lane is going to come into the ring, doing a little dance and taking control on Robert Gibson, who is hurt. Stan Lane is going to go for the combination drop toe hold and elbow drop. Nice double team move there. They go for the cover on Robert Gibson. And Gibson easily kicks out of that one. That was only a pin roll of 3. And on a roll of 10, Gibson kicks out easily. Hello, Dave Garner. Welcome to the chat room. Good to see you here, my man. Stan Lane now goes for the Russian leg sweep. That's a 0 finisher. So we'll have a pinfall on a roll of 4. And on a roll of 8, Gibson kicks out of that one easily. Gibson's in some trouble, though. 2 consecutive pin attempts, and he's starting to accumulate those fatigue tokens. Lane's still the fresh man in the ring. He stays with the offense. And he hits the Midnight Lariat, that left arm lariat that Lane executes so well. Gibson is hurt, trying to get to his feet. Lane's still in control, and he whips Gibson into the turnbuckle. Gibson, turnbuckle B rating, and on a roll of 9, Gibson bounces off the ropes, and Lane hits him with a spinning kick to the midsection. Those educated feet of sweet Stan Lane. Jim Cornette is found as saying the left one went to Harvard and the right one went to Yale. And that time it was a right spinning back kick to the midsection of Gibson. And Lane remains in control. Lane now throws Gibson into the ropes. Gibson bouncing off the ropes. And on a roll of 10, that's going to be a big shoulder tackle. Advantage goes to whichever man has the better power rating. These two are even on the power rating, so that means Lane stays in control and remains on level 2 offense. The Midnights are starting to get things going, and they're going to set up now for a double team. Going to the double team chart. And on a roll of 9 against a hurt opponent, Lane holds Gibson while Eaton comes off the turnbuckle with a deadly elbow smash. That is a level 2 maneuver. So Eaton is in the ring now, and he is in control on level 2 offense. Bobby Eaton whips Gibson into the ropes once again. And Gibson comes off this time, and he hits Eaton with a running shoulder tackle, and that puts Gibson in control. Eaton is hurt, and Gibson goes with the back elbow smash. Eaton is still hurt, and Gibson is going to take this opportunity to get out of the ring and let Ricky Morton come in and take over on level 2 offense. Morton now, the fresh man in the match, goes with the leg drop. Hurt 2, possible defensive tag. And on a roll of 6, Eaton makes the defensive tag. Both these teams have lots of defensive tag chances on their cards, as a good tag team would. And now as a result of that interchange, both the freshman Ricky Morton and Stan Lane are in the ring. And on the defensive tag, Stan Lane is in control on level 1 offense. And he goes with the double arm suplex. That is a power move, and Lane has the power advantage on Morton. So he hits a level 3 double arm suplex, and Morton is hurt. Lane now in control. Double thrust to the throat. And Morton is going to reverse that one and come back with a fist drop of his own. He took Lane down to the canvas, dropped the fist on him, but Lane gets right back up and is going back at him with a spin kick for a hurt. These two know each other so well, they're reversing each other's moves. Lane comes out of that exchange in control, and he is going to whip Morton into the turnbuckle. At the buckle, Morton is smashed by a big kick from Lane, and Lane remains in control. Lane with another spin kick. Morton remains hurt. Lane with another whip to the ropes. Morton comes off the ropes, and Lane takes him down with a big shoulder tackle. And after 3 hurts in a row, that sets up the Midnights for another possible double team. And on a roll of 10, this might not be good. Lane holds his opponent Morton, and it is Eaton coming off the ropes for a running shoulder tackle, but Morton ducks out of the way of that one, and it is Lane who is hit in the collision with Eaton, and Ricky Morton takes over on control. So Morton avoided that double team attempt, and he takes over on Lane as the referee ushers Eaton out of the ring. So a failed double team attempt by the Midnights puts Morton back in control. He goes with another fist drop. And he goes with the atomic drop on a choice roll. And he hits it. And Eaton and Lane is hurt. Morton is going to go for that same move again. He connects again. And this time, Lane is down, and he is going to roll out of the ring. Lane rolls out of the ring, and we're going to have some fisticuffs at ringside. And it will be a roll of 6 on the B column, and that is best man wins. Both these guys are rated B out of the ring. So that is going to be Morton winning the fist fight on the arena floor, rolling Stan Lane back into the ring. And he is going to go for a punch from the top rope. And he hits it. He hits Lane with a top rope punch. Can Lane make the defensive tag? Yes, he can. Lane getting out of harm's way there after taking some punishment from Ricky Morton, both in the ring and on the arena floor. Eaton coming in with the attempted knee drop. He hits it and follows up with a whip to the ropes. Morton comes off the ropes, and Eaton knocks him down with a big shoulder tackle. Eaton remains in control, whips Morton to the ropes once again. And this time it is Morton exploding off the ropes with a powerful flying shoulder tackle, and that puts Morton in control. Morton goes to the fist drop. Eaton's hurt. Morton's going to go for that atomic drop once again. He connects, and he is going to cover Eaton. The pin roll is 5. They've already used one of their pin save opportunities with Cornette's interference. So Eaton's going to try and kick out of this one, and on a roll of 6, he barely got that left shoulder up. Oh, that was a close call for the Midnights. Morton is in control. And he is going to go for another top rope punch. Eaton is down. Can he make the defensive tag? Yes, he can. So once again, the Midnights just barely avoid defeat. They've had a couple of close calls here in this match. And Ricky Morton is on a roll. He is going to toss Sweet Stan Lane out of the ring. And we're going to have more shenanigans at ringside. And this time on a roll of 2, it is Lane who grabs Morton by the leg, drags him out of the ring, and smashes him against the turnbuckle post, forehead first. Lane is in control. Lane is going to go for an enziguri. He needs a choice roll to hit that one. And he nails it. And Morton is hurt. Lane against Morton. Morton is hurt, and Lane hits a flurry of karate kicks. He's going to go for the cover, and Morton easily kicks out of that one. That's the first fatigue token for Ricky Morton. Everybody but Lane now has experienced a fatigue token. And Lane is still in control, working against Morton after the pin attempt. And he is going to pitch Ricky out of the ring once again. More shenanigans at ringside. And this time it is Ricky Morton who grabs Lane and smashes Lane face first onto the ringside table. Will this be a disqualification? Not likely with Ricky Morton, as he is a favorite of the referees. So Morton is going to be in control after winning that battle on the arena floor. And Morton goes with a cross body block. That is a pin roll, and Lane kicks out of that one easily. So we are going back and forth in this match. Rock and Roll Express now are on a rally. And it is going to be out of the ring once again. Lane rolls out of the ring with Morton in pursuit. And this time it is Morton once again coming after Lane, this time with a steel chair. Will there be a disqualification? On a roll of 6, there will not. Morton smacks Lane with a steel chair. And action returns back to the ring with Morton in control as Lane is down. And Cornette is livid at ringside. Morton's going to go to the top rope. He's thinking about a death jump, but he thinks better of it as Lane is ready for him. And instead, he's going to bring Gibson into the ring, and they're going to hit a slingshot and a stomp on Lane, a double team maneuver on Sweet Stan Lane. And that is an add 1 fatigue move. Lane is down, and Gibson is now in control. Gibson with the enziguri. Lane is down once again. He is desperately crawling over to try and make the tag, and he gets to the corner and makes the defensive tag to Bobby Eaton. Once again, the Midnight Express barely surviving that situation and maintaining their opportunity to win this match despite several close calls as Eaton comes in and nails Gibson with a fist drop. Gibson fires back and whips Eaton into the ropes. Eaton coming off the ropes with the big shoulder tackle. And it is Gibson who got the better of that exchange. Gibson now goes for the leg puller and a stiff punch to the face of Eaton. But Eaton fires back. And Lane comes into the ring and they hit Gibson with the double goozle. A double goozle on Gibson, another tag team specialty move of the Midnights. And that is an add 1 for the Midnights. These better tag teams will have these devastating moves that can change the course of the match. And the Midnights just hit one there as Gibson is down and Stan Lane is in the ring and in control. He's going to go for that enziguri. And he connects. And Gibson is hurt. Gibson staggered around the ring after that kick. Lane with a whip to the ropes. Gibson comes off the ropes and Lane takes him down with a running back elbow. Lane remains in control. And now they're going to go to the combination drop toe hold and elbow, and that is another tag team add 1 maneuver. Gibson is hurt, and Eaton is back in the ring and in control. Gibson now with 4 fatigue tokens. He is in severe danger of being pinned. But the good news for the Rock and Rolls is they still have 2 pin saves at their disposal. Eaton now, in control, is going to whip Gibson into the ropes. Coming off the ropes, Gibson drops down and comes back off the opposite ropes, and it is a running back elbow from Eaton that knocks Gibson down to the canvas once again. Another whip to the ropes, and this time it is Gibson who comes off the ropes. Eaton went for the backdrop, but Gibson nails him in the back of the head and drops him with a DDT. Oh my goodness. Gibson now in control after the DDT, and he pitches Eaton out of the ring. Maybe that wasn't such a good idea, but Eaton is on the arena floor, and he is going to take advantage. He grabs Gibson by the leg, and he just nails Gibson on the arena floor with a stinging right hand, and Gibson looks like the lights are on, but nobody's home. Eaton now in control. The referee herds the match back into the ring. What's Eaton going to do? He's going to bring Lane into the ring for the double goozle. And they hit it. And Gibson is in big trouble now. Gibson staggers to his feet. Lane is in control. Lane with a double thrust to the throat. Can Gibson retaliate? He goes for the knee lift. And he connects. He connects with the knee lift, but Lane fires back. And Lane, with a flurry of karate kicks, takes Gibson back down to the canvas. Gibson tried to rally, but Lane snuffed that out, once again using those educated feet to the best of his advantage, and it is Lane in control. Gibson is down. Lane is going to go for the enziguri. Once again, he hits it. And Gibson is down. Is Gibson going to leave the ring? Yes, he is going to roll out of the ring for more out-of-the-ring shenanigans. And on a roll of 5, that's actually a good roll for Gibson. As Gibson wins the battle out of the ring. There may be a DQ, there will not be, but Gibson with the level 3 offense is going to stay with the out-of-the-ring action, and this time it is Lane who gets the best of Gibson on the arena floor, whipping him into the steel security railing. Gibson's in trouble. Things are looking desperate here for the Rock and Rolls, and it's going to be a headbutt from Stan Lane as they return to the ring. He needs a choice roll. He hits it. And after that headbutt, Gibson is down. Gibson crawling to the corner. Can he make the defensive tag? No. Gibson remains in trouble. And Sweet Stan is going to go for the tag team flapjack. That is a +1 finisher on the double team. The pin roll here is 9, but Ricky Morton is going to come into the ring and attempt the pin save. And on a roll of 8, Gibson cannot be saved as Eaton gets into the ring and cuts off Ricky Morton. The pinfall roll on Gibson is a 9. Let's see, 3, 8, 9, and he got him. Sorry about the delay in the calculations there, but Gibson is pinned by Sweet Stan Lane after that double team flapjack in a sensational match. Back and forth they went, the Midnights and the Rock and Roll Express. All 4 men took some damage in that match. James E. Cornette celebrating at ringside as the Midnight Express used that double team flapjack to take the starch out of Robert Gibson. Eaton alertly cut off Ricky Morton's attempt at the pin save, allowing Lane to make the cover and catch the 3 count for the victory. Oh my goodness, what a back and forth battle we just witnessed between 2 old rivals. And it is the Midnight Express bringing home the victory in that match. As Ricky and Robert leave the ring with their heads hung in disappointment, as they will not be advancing for a title opportunity. And as the celebration continues, into the ring comes Mean Gene Okerlund for an interview segment with the Midnight Express and James E. Cornette. And you had better believe that Jim Cornette will be more than happy to say what's on his mind. This is a bootleg edition Mean Gene Okerlund card. This is not an official Filsinger card. I got this from the friend of a friend that made this card as a tribute for the recent passing of Mean Gene Okerlund. Mean Gene's post-match interviews can be crazy. Pick a wrestler for him to interview after the match. Roll 2 dice and see what happens. And our roll is 5. The wrestler rants and raves about their feuding opponent and challenges their opponent to a match on the next big show. Book the match, promoter. So Jim Cornette comes out ranting and raving, said, "We beat the Rock and Roll Express tonight. We can beat the Rock and Roll Express anytime we feel like it. And in fact, we're going to beat them again next time we see them." And after that rant, Mean Gene Okerlund says, "Yes, sirree. You know it. We will book a rematch between the Midnight Express and the Rock and Roll Express, and that will be on our August 10th pay-per-view." And I will make a note of that there will be a pay-per-view rematch. And Jim Cornette was so confident. Let's see, I'm going to make a decision here. And on a roll of 3, Cornette smartly does not put their title, their number 1 contenders position on the line. If I had rolled 4 to 6, the outcome would have been that Cornette bragged so much that the Midnights would have put their title opportunity at risk. But there will not be a title opportunity at risk. The Rock and Roll Express will be more than happy to face off in a rematch at the next pay-per-view. August 10th will be the date of that pay-per-view. The name of that pay-per-view is Boulevard of Broken Dreams. And that will be a no disqualification tag team grudge match between the Rock and Roll Express and the Midnight Express. And that is something to look forward to. Mama Cornette is cheering so loud that they can hear her in Corbin. Yes, indeed, says Bubba Husky. All right, thank you, Bubba, for being here and being up to speed with everything happening in the ring here in Heartland Championship Wrestling. And ladies and gentlemen, the time has now come for your main event of the evening. The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 60-minute time limit. And this contest is for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger. Winner of the recent AWA Contenders Tournament with a thrilling victory over Dick the Bruiser. He comes in at 230 pounds from Mound, Minnesota. He is the legendary Verne Gagne. And his opponent, your reigning and defending NWA World Heavyweight Champion from Sarasota, Florida, weighing in at 235 pounds, he is the Macho Man, Randy Savage. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are set to go here in what should be an exciting match. Almost set to go. I need a Diet Pepsi swig here to excuse me, keep the whistle wet after all of the excitement of that last match. And now, let's get things started as Macho Man Savage moves out confidently to defend against Verne Gagne. But it is Gagne on the opening lockup, going for the full arm drag and twist. Gagne, a very agile wrestler, able to get the best of Savage in that opening exchange. And Gagne is in control. We'll expect to see a very slow and methodical pace by Verne Gagne. And Savage will unleash the mayhem at the first opportunity. Gagne now working for a body slam. He's going to need a choice roll for that, and he hits it. And on that body slam, Savage is still hurt. Gagne now goes for the gut wrench suplex. He takes Savage over and down to the canvas hard. Gagne in control now. Savage is down, and Gagne is going to go for a rolling crotch hold. I don't know what that is, but it sounds pretty unpleasant to me. And Savage is hurt and not very happy about that. Gagne with a knee lift. Savage is still hurt. Gagne for another body slam, and this time Savage reverses that, and he throws Gagne over the middle rope and just straddles him. He's choking Gagne on the middle rope as Gagne struggles to escape, and the referee gives him the 5 count, forcing Savage to break the hold. Gagne slow to recover as Savage continues to torture Gagne on the ropes. Savage broke the count, but then immediately went back to that choke on the middle rope, using his right leg to pin Gagne's head and neck against the middle rope, wearing down Gagne and taking away some of the oxygen. And what's Savage going to do now? As Gagne staggers back to his feet, Savage nails him with a neckbreaker clothesline. Hard clothesline by Savage. Gagne is hurt and he is staggered. Savage whips Gagne into the ropes. And Gagne comes off the ropes. Savage drops down. Gagne bounces off the opposite ropes and comes off with a powerful flying shoulder tackle. Gagne with the shoulder tackle, he takes control. And Gagne is going to send Savage to the opposite side of the ring into the turnbuckle. Savage coming off the turnbuckle, bounces forward and catches Gagne with a knee to the head. Running knee to the head off the turnbuckle by Savage, and Savage is back in control. Can he get it going? He is going to go for a knee drop, and he hits it. Gagne is hurt. Savage with an elbow to the head, stiff elbow to the head, keeping in control. And now Gagne ducks down, and Savage from behind hits him with a vicious running knee to the back. Savage goes back to the choke on the ropes, and this time Gagne was ready for it, and it is Gagne with the level 2 reversal, and Gagne with another gut-wrench suplex to escape from that situation and pound Savage into the canvas once again. Savage back to his feet. Both men still looking pretty fresh despite exchanging some punishing holds here in the early going. And Gagne is going to move behind and try for the surfboard. Savage gets to his feet, and now Gagne takes him over with a flying head scissors. And down goes Savage. Gagne follows up with a knee lift, and Savage fires back this time with another stiff knee to the back. And this time it is Gagne who is down. Gagne goes down after a second knee to the back. It looks like his rib cage is injured there on the left side where Savage kneed him in the back. And it is going to be Savage with a vaulting neck snap over the top rope, again punishing the neck of Verne Gagne. Gagne is hurt. He is favoring that neck. And Savage drills him with another elbow to the head. Savage now, another knee drop. Gagne is still hurt but still taking the punishment. Savage tries again for the chokehold on the ropes. And this time Gagne comes back and grabs the arm and goes back to the full arm drag and twist. We saw Gagne use this off the opening lockup with good effectiveness. Gagne trying to slow the pace down. Delivers a big chop, and Savage doesn't like that. Savage fires back with another knee smash to the back. And this time he puts Gagne down on the mat. Savage goes for the cover. Gagne's pin rating is only a 1, so that roll was unnecessary, but that is the first fatigue token of the match, and that is charged to Gagne after another stiff knee to the back. Savage doing damage with those blows. And what's he going to do now? He is going to go to the top rope for a death jump. And on the death jump, he is going to be joined on the top rope by Gagne. Gagne gets up and there is a struggle on the top turnbuckle. The wrestler with the better agility will win this confrontation, and it is Gagne with the superior agility rating who scores a superplex on Randy Savage, and Savage goes down to the center of the ring hard. What's Gagne going to do? He's going to go for the sleeper. The Gagne sleeper. But again, Savage's pin rating is only 1, and that's a good thing because he rolled snake eyes. But the submission rating was only a 1, so Savage survives the sleeper hold. Gagne remains in control. And Gagne's going to go back to the sleeper hold. Now, this sleeper hold for Verne Gagne has an interesting mechanic because every time he performs it, it becomes more effective. So that is now a +1 finisher. And +1 fatigue token for the previous submission attempt. So the pin rating now is a 3. And on a 3 or lower, Savage will have to give it up on the sleeper. He rolls a 9, so that is not going to happen. But that's going to cost Savage another point of fatigue and another point on the sleeper hold rating. So the next time Gagne hits the sleeper, that'll be a +2, all the way up to a maximum of +4. What's Gagne going to do now? He goes to the spinning toe hold. Savage making his way back to his feet. Gagne hits him with a knee lift. Savage trying to rally. Gagne's going to go for an elbow smash. And he connects with that. But Savage fires back this time with a level 1 reversal, and he just slaps Verne Gagne across the face. Oh my goodness, Savage losing his temper here with a slap to the face, another slap to the face, and this time Gagne is going to respond by whipping Savage across the ring and into the turnbuckle. Savage comes off the turnbuckle, and this time it is a big kick from Gagne that stuns Savage, putting Gagne back in control. Gagne is going to go for the Indian Deathlock, and at this point Savage is going to escape that, grab the bottom rope, and just roll out of the ring. Savage is a dangerous man on the arena floor, and on a roll of 4, it is Savage who grabs Gagne by the leg, brings him out of the ring, and slams him knee first into the steel ring steps. Oh my goodness, Savage in control with that out of the ring brawl, and Savage is going to keep the match out of the ring. What's Gagne going to do? He is hurting, but Gagne fires back, and he smashes the forehead of Savage into the ring apron. Gagne now in control, fighting fire with fire. He takes things back into the ring, and he nails Savage with a high-flying drop kick. That is an add 1 maneuver, and that puts Gagne in control, and Savage is down. Will he go to the sleeper? No, he is going to go instead to the body slam once again. And Savage hits the canvas hard, but comes up to his feet. Gagne tries for another big chop, and Savage isn't going to take any of that. Savage fires back with an elbow to the head, and Savage takes control. Savage is going to come back with a running axe handle. And that is going to misfire as Gagne dodges that, and it is Gagne coming back with another whip to the turnbuckle. Savage comes off the turnbuckle, and Gagne smashes him with a big kick. The champion is in trouble here as Gagne once again has things going in his favor. Knee lift by Gagne stuns the Macho Man. Another whip to the turnbuckle, and another big kick as Savage slumps against the turnbuckle, and Gagne is there to greet him with that massive number 10 sized boot into the chest of Savage, and Savage is sucking wind. Gagne is going to go for another body slam, and Savage finally powers his way out of that move and comes back with another stiff neckbreaker clothesline that stuns Gagne and backs Gagne back into the center of the ring. Savage now in control. What's he going to do? He's going to go for an elbow to the head. Gagne will fire back and go for a hammerlock. He can't get that done as Savage fires back and grabs Gagne in a headlock. Savage holding Gagne in the headlock now. And Gagne works his way out of that and comes back with a front chancery, trying to take Savage down. He takes Savage down to the canvas in that front chancery. And Savage is down. Gagne now, with that scientific style, gets Savage to his feet, and Savage is going to be whipped into the turnbuckle, and another kick to the ribs by Gagne. To remain in control, Gagne with another knee lift. Savage to his feet. Gagne goes for another elbow smash. He connects on that, but Savage is going to fire back this time with a series of quick jabs. Gagne fires back. He's going to go for the elbow smash once again. And this time Savage fires back with an elbow to the head, and that staggers Gagne. These two are exchanging blows. Both men are very tired. Gagne wants to keep the pace of this match slow and methodical. Savage is trying to regain his breath after nearly having to submit twice to that Gagne sleeper. Savage takes control and hits another elbow to the head, but Gagne is going to fire back with a big chop. Savage fires back again with another knee to the back. Oh, that knee to the back hits him again in those injured ribs, and Gagne slumps down to one knee. Gagne holding that back. What's Savage going to do? He's going to go to the top rope. Will we see the flying elbow smash? This is a +3 finisher. Savage flies through the air, and he nails Verne Gagne with the flying elbow smash. The pin roll on this is a 5, and Gagne just got his leg over the bottom rope. Oh my goodness, Gagne survived the first flying elbow smash off the top rope by the Macho Man. Macho Man is frustrated. Macho Man, what's he going to do? He's going to go for another flying elbow smash. Back to the top rope. Can he connect? He nails it again. And now the pinfall rating is 6. And Gagne kicks out again on a roll of 10. 2 flying elbow smashes survived by Verne Gagne. Perhaps Savage went to that move too early in the contest, as Gagne is not quite weakened enough yet to fall prey to the pinfall. Savage now pitches Gagne out of the ring once again. Action will spill out to the arena floor. And this time Gagne is going to take a break and try and get his senses back. He's going to wait out the 10 count. And on a count of 7, Gagne comes back into the ring where Savage is waiting with more mayhem in mind. And he just pitches Gagne out of the ring a second time. This time Gagne is going to pull Savage out of the ring, and we have got a fierce brawl at ringside. This is going to be a possible disqualification for both wrestlers. Savage is not disqualified. Gagne is not disqualified. Who's going to win the battle? On a roll of even, Savage wins the battle and takes over once again on level 3 offense. He's going to go for another flying elbow smash. This time it will take a 7 for the pin. And on a roll of 9, Gagne kicks out again. Oh my goodness, what a dramatic match we are seeing, as Gagne has now survived the flying elbow smash 3 times. And this time he goes with the pile driver. Savage with the pile driver. Gagne is hurt, staggers to one knee. Gagne. Oh, and Savage goes with another stiff knee to the back. Gagne is hurting. He is favoring that back. Savage chokes him down on the ropes once again, further weakening Gagne. Savage this time, another neckbreaker clothesline, and Gagne goes down. Gagne rolls out of the ring, taking the action outside of the ring, where this time it is going to be Gagne picking up a steel chair and coming back at Savage. Gagne may be disqualified. No, he is not. Gagne takes control, and he's going to go for the spinning toe hold, but Savage gets to the bottom rope. And Gagne is forced to break that hold. My goodness, Verne Gagne surprising everybody here in attendance. He wants that NWA Heavyweight Championship in the worst way. We don't usually see Verne Gagne involved with the furniture at ringside, but in this situation, no holds are barred. Gagne now maneuvers Savage into the surfboard. Savage staggering to his feet. Gagne is going to go for the elbow smash. And he hits the elbow smash. But Savage is going to fire back on the reversal with another stinging slap to the face. Tension's running high in this contest. Gagne fires back, and he takes Savage over to the mat with the flying head scissors. Explosive move by Verne Gagne. Takes Savage down. He goes back to the Indian Deathlock once again. Savage is hurting. Knee lift from Gagne. Savage gets to his feet. Another flying head scissors, and Savage is staggered. Surfboard. Savage isn't going to let that happen. Savage fires back with another slap across the face, and this time Gagne just drills him in the gut with a knee smash. A knee to the rib cage. Another knee lift, and Savage gets the reversal this time, tries for the suplex. Gagne blocks the suplex and maneuvers Savage back into the surfboard. The pace is slowing down once again as Gagne, going back to the scientific style that brought him here, is going to go for another elbow smash. Savage blocks this one, and Savage comes back with another hard neckbreaker clothesline, and down goes Gagne. Gagne is down. Savage is in control, and he is going to go for the flying elbow smash once again. This time the pinfall is an 8, and on a roll of 9, Gagne escapes once again. Oh my goodness, Gagne has shown all kinds of resiliency in this match. He has absorbed multiple flying elbow smashes. Savage has that look of determination on his face. He is still in control. He's going to go for another flying elbow smash. And this time he nails it. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, after an unbelievable contest, it is Randy the Macho Man Savage successfully defending the NWA World Heavyweight Championship in a sensational victory over a very game challenger in Verne Gagne. Just too many flying elbow smashes. Savage in his mayhem overcame Gagne's attempt to slow things down and win the match by submission on a couple of occasions. So a very, very stiff test for Savage in today's championship title defense. But after a long match, that probably went close to 20 minutes, it is the Macho Man Randy Savage successful in his defense of the World Heavyweight Championship, scoring the pin on Verne Gagne with the flying elbow smash off the top rope that made Randy Savage famous. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me here today. 6033 Jr. Randy's dad was crazy. Yes, indeed. So next weekend, there will be no basketball and no wrestling, as I mentioned last night, as I will be attending Gen Con in Indianapolis, Indiana, the world's largest board gaming convention. And I will actually be conducting a Filsinger Games Legends of Wrestling tournament. A 16-man tournament. All the slots are full. People from all over the country and around the world have signed up to compete in a Legends of Wrestling Filsinger Games tournament at Gen Con next Saturday. So we will have a champion of the Filsinger tournament. It was actually Macho Man Randy Savage who won that tournament last year with a very pleasant young lady, Erin Ayers, a gaming podcaster from the Indiana area, who took the Macho Man to the championship of that tournament with a final match victory over Bobo Brazil. And so I'm looking forward to the Gen Con tournament next weekend. And thank you, fans, for a wonderful match this afternoon. Thanks to Bubba Husky. Thanks to Dave Garner for stopping by. For everybody else who stopped by. That's our show. And I am out of here.